In the small town of Topeka, Kansas, public schools were defined by one's skin tone. Schools were segregated into black and white under the doctrine that was passed in the Plessy v. Ferguson case.
Oliver Brown filed a case against the school board because his own daughter had to cross railroad tracks to reach the bus stop to her designated school. When she applied to the white public school, she was denied access because of her skin color.
Joining him in bringing up the case against the Board of Education was Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall at the time was an attorney for the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People.
Oliver Marshall brought the case to his district court, claiming that racially segregated schools violated the Equal Protection Clause instituted in the 14th Amendment of the Bill of Rights. The Equal Protection Clause requires that the state guarantee the same rights, privileges, and protection to all people, regardless of their physical appearance. Despite Brown and Marshall's evidence, they dismissed the matter, claiming there was no unconstitutionality being committed.
Brown, still raging about his daughter's denial into the white school, persisted and appealed to the Supreme Court with the same case, hoping for a different outcome.
According to PBS, the Supreme Court met as one and reviewed the case, taking into account all of the racial segregation actions. They also reviewed a writ of certiorari to combine the Brown case with a similar case, Briggs v. Elliott.
At a later time, both sides presented their oral arguments. During the trial, the Board of Education of Topeka, Kansas, argued that as long as the schools were equal, it was constitutional to have the schools segregated racially. Brown rebutted that though the schools appear equal in their facilities, they were not equal in their teaching abilities, which is depriving colored kids from a proper education. As a result, it sets them up for a difficult future due to their lack of knowledge.
Archives states directly that the United States Attorney General, J. Lee Rankin, presented the U.S. government's amicus curiae brief on behalf of the appellants, which showed its support for desegregation in public education.
The Supreme Court Judge Earl Warren called a conference. They discussed the evidence presented by both sides and came to a conclusion. It was the opinion of the court that the doctrine passed in the earlier case of Plessy v. Ferguson, allowing that schools be racially segregated, be revoked and the schools should be integrated. There were a few justices who disagreed and believed the schools were equal. They made up the minority opinion.
Here is a picture of the transcript of the docket from the case of Brown v. Board of Education.
Brown v. Board of Education was a revolutionizing case. It gave colored children the freedom to attend whichever school they pleased. It created equality among the people and reinforced the Equal Protection Clause stated in the Bill of Rights. This case helped provide quality public education to all, with no denial to anyone, and brightened the nation as a whole.